Ooh-wee. Wow, this feels like the truest thing ever. Wow. We're fucking time travelers. Like, I stepped out of the main timeline for a long time. Like, in a way, like, I kind of removed myself. Now stepping back in. I can't believe this is... I honestly can't believe that even happened the other day, that I missed the fucking... Like, that's why, like, I'm trying to configure, like, how did that even happen? I'm trying to configure what that meant, the whole event of, like, me kind of looking in, you know, and not making the full effort of looking in. It's just... And then, like, literally, that picture with your son with the peace sign, and then me with the peace sign, like, time doesn't exist, only perception does. Like, we can re-perceive anything at any moment, but if, like, people are, like, my skills of reading random people are, like, off the charts. Like, I could never meet someone ever in my life, meet them, and, like, literally give them, like, a life review, like, on the spot, like, 5 minutes. Like, tell them everything that they need to be told in life, and they've been waiting to be told, and it just, like, comes out of me, because it's like I'm like reading their replay, like, you know what I mean? So, like, the more I perceive your picture, because it's a recent picture, they last, you know, it's like it's emanating. It's a map. It's a map of time. Any picture is a map of time. So it's reading back to me the time in the last, like, 5, 10, 20 years. Obviously the kids for, like, whatever, 7 years, 8, 9 years, but you, like, much longer than that. Like, patterns that when I met you that were there. So, like, re-perceiving things again and again, and I'm noticing, whoa. You are just drooling on these videos now because we just speak lovers. I get to go like that now, and you're just loving it, and we just smiling. Like, okay, so I returned to London with the private army, like, literally. Gotta keep saying it. I mean, it's real, because, like, now I have to present these genetics, but I have to present it in a way that, you know, I catch people too, and it can't just be brought out, like, boldly, like, because if men really think that they don't have ownership over their children, they might freak out and want more control, or they might go the other way where they might abandon the situation because they know that they don't have any they don't have any real biological link. You know, that's why there needs to be, like, an appropriate boundary made for, like, it's really about how you treat the mother during pregnancy. Like, so, like, some kind of measurement of how the man treats the woman during the pregnancy, you know, or whatever, you know. Like, it also puts the situation where women don't need to freeze their eggs anymore. Men don't need to freeze their sperm. Like, that's all, like, fucking some kind of, like, probably gimmick to fucking study us. You know, because, like, you could take any sperm and any egg and insert it into your, boom, pop. Now it's the environment creating the genetics, like, because it's in your fucking body. That's what it's doing. That's how it works. Because it's in your uterus, in your waters. Like, if you put an animal, whatever, and did it, I mean, it doesn't work, right? It's not the same DNA, but you put human DNA. Like, that's why. Has anybody tried it? Has anybody took, like, a black person's sperm and egg and put it in a white person's uterus? What happens? Like, these are the things that aren't transparent about, like, our society. We're not studying the embryonic research, like, publicly. So part of my campaign is just, like, literally privately just studying this stuff and putting it in the open and presenting it. And I realized, like, yeah, I mean, with the way things are, like, it's better to go private been more public. I need to be going dark. So I feel like that's why the event on Monday, everything transitions where now it's better if I kind of, don't stick my head up right now. Let them kind of make some moves, and I can always revisit trying to get the cat again hardcore and then show up. It doesn't look... It depends on how things go and how it plays out here the next little bit. Not my lawyer. I don't know if I'll even be able to get to talk to her before the 16th. I keep replaying that in my fucking head, just like the look, like, what the fuck good is it gonna do now? Like, I'm so fucking pissed. I'm throwing my lawyer way under the bus now. So now I have to play my own lawyer in the case. And, like, I don't know how the fuck this is gonna happen. This is fucking ridiculous. My power was standing in there. I didn't care if the outcome was the same. So it looks like, from the judge's perspective, that the lawyer is doing this. Like, I need to now play this somehow where I use my lawyer against the system. Because now I can revisit it later, and now I do show up. Nobody knew I was in the hall with me and my lawyer. So now me and my lawyer are going into that one. I'm going to need to write her something on paper. It's really just a facade. It's whatever they can get away with. That's all they care about. It's whatever they can get away with. So I fucked up because I wasn't present. And wow, this is crazy. With me and you, and like, oh my God. See, nobody can stop me. I'll just fucking present. See, like, I'm out of the timeline. I'll just present the story. You don't even have to say anything. I protect you by telling my story. Now that guy, he can't be showing his face in public. Like, without, like, looking over his shoulder, making sure that, like, he's treating you well. See, that's how it happens, like, right? Because it's really about how the mother thinks about the father. Whoever the father is. It's whoever the mother thinks about a man. Like, if if the couple's married and the woman is sitting around thinking about the men on TV she's watching, like in the movies or whatever, thinking that, oh, when she's having sex, she's imagining it's fucking Brad Pitt. Oh, yay, Brad Pitt, yes. Like shit like that. Like, she doesn't even really care about her husband, but she's just like, yes, I do care about you, honey. Like, like all that shit, like, that's now going printed into the baby. Like, that's probably like why it's like fucking, it's a little bit of like sex culture art in Hollywood. It's part of like the woman genetics. They're creating the genetics by, just women lusting over the movie stars. So like, you get a fucking hardcore movie star that's a serious warrior, like all to yourself in your palm of your hand, like forever. Like, that's what I gift to you. Like, that's my love, right? Like we're in the womb forever together. Like, it's just a memory of time. And now there's like, two prints of me, two prints of you two prints of your perspective of me. So it's like your version of your lover. You know? But you can't have sex with your sons, but that's why it gets all weird once the sons are like 20, 30, like it can get weird with the mother if it's not like understood properly. So then reconnecting with me, wow, it's going to be like we're teenage lovers again. Because like a woman's natural environment when healthy is just like fucking like just pop, you know, like the if the man is like propping the woman up, like it shouldn't be as painful as I think most people it is for most people. Like I have so many people where it's like I'm now looking at my friends' kids going because I know exactly when they were pregnant. I know exactly like what was going on between like couples, and I'm thinking like, I'm like reading it now, and I'm like, remember, time doesn't exist, only perception does. I'm perceiving this differently. See, I don't have any of my. You know, I never really even tried to have children, not even close. Like I said, I never even lived with a girlfriend ever in my life. Like, so I wasn't even close to even getting to even the level, 2 levels before it. That's why this falls into place as I'm your lover, because like I've literally never even. Remember, I went back to the first girl I had sex with after you, and then never got out of that energy. So like I went back. I going backwards in my trauma. You know, after with you after that event. You know, I don't even want to see all those pictures on your Instagram. You got like 200 some odd pictures. Like, it would throw me into a flux because I would then be like receiving all this data consciously that I'm probably not meant to receive because like I said, it would initiate contact. And until I'm ready to provide myself to be there, like I don't think I can initiate contact. And I ain't gonna get anyone to spy on your pictures. I suppose I can get some random account and just friend you and see if you'd accept it. But then that's me, like, it doesn't matter, I'm still looking at it. And that just looking at it changes everything, because that's the data. You know, because if I look at it and I see that, like, oh my God, like, yeah, it doesn't look like it matches up to the fucking message, like you're happy in the relationship and all that. So it looks like for sure that, yeah, you definitely didn't send that. Like, I would fucking, I'd get pissed, and I need to focus on the case right now. Make sure I button the case up, because that's what's going to enable me to even get back there the public way that I want to. Like, if I fumble the case and it looks bad and I get a guilty, like, that ain't going to be good. Like, I can't fucking just go out in public and start waving flags. Like, you know, like, that ain't, I can't. So I need to make sure I'm focusing on now this case to make sure I get a fucking acquittal across the board. Maybe even taking it into overtime if I need to, like, because they don't know what I'm gonna say. So for me taking the stand, like, the outcome of that CAD hearing was good for that, because there's reasonable doubt there if I tell my story that there's not another name on that piece of paper or there's another person involved in the accident. Because it's the CAD 911 call-in. And now I can link the CAD 911 call-in. Charged with the fact that I was... Bottom line is I fucked up. I was too unconscious. and there's unconscious people around me, and this is fucking insane, yo. I can always revisit getting the cat, I guess, somehow. I do want to talk to you, though. I want to tell you I love you. I want you to hear it from me. I mean, really, the only other choice point, if I would have been aware enough to see it, would have been to ask you to marry me right after we win. That would have been the only other choice point I would have had, I think. It was going to go either way. The way it went, or I asked you to marry me literally right after the game. And I had it planned where my brother had the ring for me. You know, like, I was that serious about you. I felt that way. You know, but like, my dog had also died that week. And my parents didn't tell me. Like, there's so much other stuff going on that, like, I couldn't really... Like, if I would have shared that with my parents, they would have been very, like, kind of, I guess, upset with me. Because, like, they don't know how to support me and my girlfriends, and they never know. Both of them. They're unconsciously repelling my girlfriends. They always have. And I never really knew until, like, maybe I was, like, 25. So then... That's just where it's at. Where there's just a lot of unconscious people around me. And I somewhat lose patience for the unconsciousness. And then there I am fucking not walking into the door. Like, there's no one to be blaming but me. And that's what's so hard, because there's no one to be blaming but me for what happened at Jack's. And I just recreated this event. I feel like I can, it's like, it kind of eclipses the Jax event. Where now, the Jax event almost feels second worse. I'm healing myself through self-study samskaras. Clearing. So it's like it eclipsed, the event eclipsed it because it's so fresh. I could feel the door handle, right? Like I could feel the smell of that halfway room I was in. I could still see the eyes of what the pictures looks like of when I was looking for my lawyer. And I didn't see her. And it's like, okay, I'm looking for the woman. My lawyer's a woman, right? Like, I'm looking for a woman. You know, I don't see none of the women look like it's her. Okay. Like, and then the son just says, she's on the way. I assume that's just what it is. Like, how? It's not, oh, she's on the way, or did you check the courtroom? Like, did you check? I mean, I don't know. This is so fucked up. So, like, there's unconsciousness there that I was just in the middle of. And I'm not pressing my consciousness forward into things. I'm just letting the unconsciousness around me just kind of... So, like, that's a little bit of the, oh, if the tree doesn't fall in the forest, the sound makes theory. It's like, here I am creating unconsciousness waves around you, but I'm not consciously popping in and saying anything. Partly because, like, I'm not three-dimensionally there. And, like, I can't exactly get everything I want to get across in the tech. Like, if you see me, then you see my body language, like, stuff like that. So, like, I want to have, like, at least my mind set up where I feel like I have a situation where I'm working towards, like, I'm in London already, being at three-dimensionally, like, getting money. Because I still feel like I can't go out and work yet. Like, I feel like today was a good warm-up. I got up around the time I would have went to work, 6 a.m., stayed up for half an hour, then went back to sleep. So I think that'll prep me for tomorrow. like to, just kind of get some activity moving. Get a couple $100 in my pocket. So, I go Thursday, Friday. I'm just really, really... Now I'm like, okay, I'll take this court to the edge and have it be a nail biter. And I can't have my parents in the courtroom. I mean, my parents are going to be the one going, freaking out in their seat. And then I'm going to be freaking out because they're freaking out. That's a little bit of a like, they're freaking out. They don't know what to say to me. They don't say anything. I walk in that halfway door. I'm silent in there. I'm stuck. Because it's like, technically they want to be in the... I mean, if there was one to be there for, it was that one. Because then the judge sees that, like, oh, my parents are there. Like, so I have to somehow now play my lawyer on this. It's fucking insane. Because my lawyer isn't gonna do shit I ask her to do. She's just gonna do whatever the fuck she wants, because that's what she's been doing. She's just doing whatever she wants. And I ask her to do shit and she doesn't do it. So I have to like figure this out still. I need a couple deep sleeps. Man. Oh. Yo, you your baby Messi. Your baby Messi. Come just cuddle with me and Messi. The baby Messi. Hi, Macy girl. Everybody loves you, Macy. Everybody loves you. If I could make one mistake on my own, that was gonna be it. I just... I'd like to definitely make sure you get to meet Macy. She's about, I think, 10, 11. I think she's 11 this summer. Wait. No, she's 12. Maybe 12. Wait, I'll get up. Kelly. Kelly, this is Macy. Macy, this is Kelly. Don't she have a cute face? Cute face. Cute face. Cute face. Who's got a cute face? Macy's got a cute face. Yes, she does. I leave a treat for you? I left a treat for you. Wow. You're so lucky. You're a lucky girl. Yes, you are. Daddy's a lucky guy. Thanks for saying hi. Everybody loves you. I like this. Welcome, Macy. All right. Watch this one. Oh, thank you. 3-dimensional kiss. See? Macy's you in my now time space. She knows. She knows I'm talking to us. She knows. She's such a smart one. She's the teleporter. She's the time capsule.